Today we are moving on to our next chapter, chapter 10, visualizing solid shapes. In this chapter, first we are going to study about plane shapes and solid shapes. Plane shapes are having two measurements. The two measurements are length and breadth. As they are having two measurements, they are called as two-dimensional or 2D shapes. The examples of 2D shapes are triangle, rectangle, circle, etc. Next is solid shapes. Solid shapes are having three measurements. The three measurements are length, breadth, height or depth. In some cases height may come, in some cases depth may come. So these three-dimensional shapes are having three measurements like length, breadth, height or depth. As they are having three measurements, they are called as three-dimensional shapes. The short form of three-dimensional is 3D. Some examples of 3D shapes are cylinder, cone, spheres, etc. After doing this activity, we could see that all the shapes in that are singles. But in our day-to-day life, we come across some shapes which are not single. For example, a tent. In this tent, a cones are mounted on a cylinder. Look at this tin. This tin is said to be a cylindrical shell. See ice cream. A cones are mounted by a hemisphere, and some examples are given here. From this we can conclude that in our day-to-day life we came across some shapes that are combinations of two or more. Next we are moving on to views of 3D shapes. This 3D shape object can look differently from different position according to the viewer. See, this is a hut. So according to its views, I can classify into three views: top view, side view and front view. See, when a person looks this hut from its front view would be like this. When a person looks the hut from its side, the side view would be like this. And when a person looked it from top, its top view would be like this. One more example is also given here, a glass. This is the front view of the glass, side view of the glass and the top view of the glass. Next, a brick. The front view of the brick, the side view of the brick and the top view of the brick. This will be the top side view of this solid made of three cubes. Then this would be the front view and this would be the top view of it. This exercise 10.1 is related to the topic views of 3D shapes. Next, we are moving on to mapping space around us. By looking this figure 10.2, we are not able to answer the questions on the side. The questions are: how far is Raghav's school from his house? Would every circle in the map depict a roundabout? Whose school is nearer to the house, Raghav's or his sister's? By looking at this, we are not able to answer these questions. But look at next map. So by looking at this map, we are able to answer the questions. So that is because it is having symbols and distances in it. We can conclude that use of certain symbols and mentioning of distances helped us to read the map easily. In map, 1 centimeter means a long distance. In the side, it could be written that 1 centimeter is equal to 100 kilometer. So we can draw the map of a large place in a paper. Thus, we can summarize that a map depicts the location of a particular object or place in relation to other objects or places. Symbols are used to depict the different objects or places. There is no reference or perspective in maps. That is, objects that are closer to the observer are shown to be the same size as those that are farther away.